Start. Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Manuel Quispe, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience using TAPPLE technique during my placement. So I was placed at a secondary high school, and I major in physical education and I minor in health. One of my classes was pickleball with year 9s, and another one was economic characteristics with year 10s. And my main lesson, which I got observed for, was football with year 9s again. I picked TAPPLE because honestly, it felt like it gave me a clear way to keep students focused and check if they actually understand what they were doing. So, and not just nodding along. It gave me clear structure. Teach first, ask questions, pair share, pick non-volunteers, etc. Listen, give feedback. It made the whole process less about me and more about what the students were doing and actually thinking. In my pickleball lesson, it was pretty new for me and pretty new for them. It was a different experience. I showed them grip and how to swing first, the teach first part in the TAPPLE, and then I got to work with them and work with their partners, how they were precisely hitting the rallies back and forth. I tried to walk with them around and ask questions like, "What do you notice about your partner's swing?" And it actually helped students stop and think. It was a bit chaotic with balls going everywhere, but that good kind of chaos because we were learning. There was the economic characteristics lesson where it was all theory based. Well, not all theory based, but mostly theory based. It was different kind of vibe, way less movement than the pickleball lesson. I remember going through concepts like gross national income, poverty, uh, trade, average incomes. I used TAPPLE in a smaller way after explaining something. Like I'd ask a question and I let them talk in pairs, etc. And I'd pick someone who hadn't spoken. Or I noticed that the person who I didn't pick, or the person that I picked, who doesn't speak, normally would get the grand manner answers. It would answer pretty well. Now, the main lesson, the football one, that I was reserved for, was more about communication and teamwork. I introduced the lesson talking about how the lesson was focused around teamwork, saying how communication is really key on these type of sports. It's heavily influenced on sports to how you win. It is everything. We started with passing drills, like passing from one person to another. Then we went to number football. Number football would be a game regarding football field, 1 to 6 players on each side. I could go in the middle as a teacher, yell out 2, 5, 6, and then from each team, 2, 5, 6 would come out, and they'd try to score a goal from on each side. And it was competitive and fun. Both my observers, Nathan Williams and Hugh Suckling, gave me useful feedback. But like I explained the drills really clearly, and students knew what they were doing. But Nathan mentioned that I should project my voice clearer, especially in that gym kind of setting where you're talking with people. Where it's very loud. There could be multiple classes at once. There was multiple classes at once, and I had to project my voice clearer. He said me I did a very good job, but Hugh, for example, he told me to be very firm with students who weren't participating. There were students who weren't participating. They didn't want to really participate in the soccer kind of field. It wasn't really their manner. Um, but I didn't really want to push them. But his feedback was um, to encourage them instead of, because that right there is creating an inclusive environment, not just it's not being strict, but it's being fair. It did make me really reflect a lot, hopefully you can see. Sorry, I realized that not to hold back because I didn't want to make students feel uncomfortable. I might let this I might let some miss out on the. I didn't want to let anyone miss out on learning opportunities. That's something I've been trying to work on. So, being more assertive in a positive way. Looking back at my lessons, I think TAPPLE helped me in a way become more consistent. Like I wasn't guessing what students knew. I was checking constantly. It kept lessons flowing, and I think students appreciated what like I actually listened to the answers instead of moving on too fast. If I had set a personal goal, it would be to keep improving how I give feedback on the spot, especially in PE where like things move super fast. I would also want to keep building confidence in my presence, speaking clearly, managing the group energy, and making every student feel seen. Overall, using TAPPLE made me realize that teaching isn't just about what you say, it's about how you listen and how you respond. I still want to learn a bunch of stuff, lots of things, but I can definitely see the growth in from my first pickleball lesson to my last football lesson. It feels like I'm starting to find my rhythm as a teacher. And yeah, that's pretty much my reflection. Thank you for listening.